All right. We have quite a few letters to read to you guys. They come Aimers on the field or past Aimers that have some things they want to say to you. They know that an AIM class has just started, and for them it brings back lots of memories of when they were just starting class. So they're super excited for you, and I haven't even read them yet, but my guess is they're going to have lots of advice for you. Okay. This one comes from Joy Cantrell. Remember they introduced her parents in chapel this morning. They're the deaf couple that are working in Mexico City right now. And this is their daughter, Joy. She came to AIM several years back and went to South Africa. Here's what she says. Says, Da Jia Hao, I think. Translation means hello all. I'm writing to you from Shanghai, China. I was part of the class of 2011. Just wanted to say, get ready for the unexpected in this next few months to years. If you have any expectations, drop them now, because I promise you'll most likely be disappointed. Embrace the unknown and be open to what God has in store for you. The reality of it is, some of you will leave this program, but that doesn't mean your journey ends. My advice is to soak in and be open to what's coming your way. No matter what happens, know that God is molding you and guiding you as long as you're willing. Just some info about myself. I went to South Africa and lived there for about 17 months. It was the worst and best experience of my life. Kind of like now, where I'm having the best and the worst time in China. But it's okay, because I know what's important, being a light in God's kingdom. No matter how much I may stick out like a sore thumb here, especially among my classmates that don't understand why I chose not to get wasted or go clubbing, I know that I'm terrible at Chinese, but it's okay. Because I know at the end of the day, what matters is that I did stand up for God. I've had the most awesome opportunity to study with a Chinese student. Her name is Sandra, and please pray for her. Her heart's in the right place, and I feel that she will make the decision to surrender to Christ soon. Anywho, in general, just take it day by day and be open to God's plan. I've never dreamed my life could turn out like this. Thank God He is God and not me. I love you all, and I'm so excited. Good luck, the Joy Stewart.
Yeah, we've got like 20 letters to read, so we're gonna hustle through here. All right, this comes from way south. This comes from well, I'll ask you. How do you know Allie Hess? All right. Where is Allie? Where is she right now? Brazil. All right, so this comes all the way from Brazil. Hello, class of 2015. My name is Allie Hess. I'm currently working in tropical soil, Brazil. Whoop, whoop. Welcome to the very beginning of the exciting, challenging, and life-changing experience that you will remember and cherish forever. I want to begin by saying how proud I am of each of you for taking this huge leap of faith in your walk to serve God and further the kingdom. Each of you may have a different story or background about why you chose to be a part of this program. Some of you may have given up and walked away from scholarships. Anyone? Some of you may have given up huge plans or jobs, while some of you have been planning to come to AIM forever, like since you were born. Anyone? But whatever the decision you made is very huge and very important. So always remember this. Well, I'm not the wisest, but I'd like to share with you all some ideas, advice, and pointers, if you will, for your time there and mother. This time it's going to be lots of fun. There's no doubt you'll meet a lot of great people. So take advantage of every time and each time that you have with them. But even during all the chaotic fun times and exhausting moments of study, take time to form daily habits that will become normal and maybe even necessary for you every day. For example, pray often and spend genuine time alone with God. Take all that you are learning very seriously, at the same time draw near the Lord constantly. Throughout the next several months, allow God to transform your daily habits into things that will only strengthen your relationships with Him, which will result in even deeper and stronger faith for you. Do all that you can, stay focused on the reason why you came, and keep a far distance from distractions. Why did you choose to go here? Why are you here? Well, I suspect to grow. Share the gospel, become more confident in teaching, whatever it may be. Set your focus first things on pleasing God, and that goal will be yours. Lastly, I pray for strength and wisdom every day along this journey for you. Remember that you are never alone in any way. There might be days that you might feel homesickness or loneliness, but that But know that there are many people there who are willing to listen and be there for you as you experience those bumps that may occasionally come up. God will certainly challenge you in many ways, so step out of that comfort zone of yours and use those moments to grow. I'm excited for you all as you begin your new AIM adventure, and I'll be praying for you always. Lots of love, Allie Hess. Shout out to all the staff members. You guys are wonderful, and I love you all so much.
This one comes from Reagan Young. Y'all, anybody know her? Reagan? Her dad's going to be your teacher next term. She is in Sucre, Bolivia. She wrote this almost 2 weeks ago. She titled it, "Is it too early for a brown bag? I may be excited." Hey, new Aimers. Whoa, I cannot believe it's already time for a new class. Y'all are going to love your love of time, even if you think you just moved to the ugliest place in the world, which you haven't. I just want to drop in and say hello, and I'm praying for all of you. You're about to make some of the best friends that you'll ever have and make some of the craziest memories. So get ready, because your life's about to change in ways that you've never imagined. Oh, and to the ladies of 10A, welcome to the family. I'd love to hear from y'all. Shout outs to Anicia. Did I say that right? Wow. All those years we planned on going to AIM, and now look at you. I want to tell you that I'm beyond proud of you, and I love you oh so very much. Jasmine and Izzy, hey girlies. I miss both of you and cannot wait to hear about your first week, so let's go. Bryce, I'm so proud of you for going to AIM, especially after spending Camp Adventure with our crazy team. Heidi, I love you, sister. Skype date, like right after this, okay? To everyone else who knows absolutely no past Aimers, so if you ever need anything or funny stories from South America, hit me up. I have plenty. To Pat, Chris, Barb, and my lovely assistants, keep doing the work God set before you. You've all made such a huge impact in my life, and I know that you'll do the same for these new Aimers. I love you all beyond the shadow of a doubt. Going, Pat, can I sit in on some classes?
Okay, jumping across the pond, I'm going to hear from David Renfro, East Kilbride, Scotland. Okay, he now is a man who wears a dress. Right? During class of 2015, I'm extremely excited for each of you. In fact, every one of you as you embark on this new adventures and missions. I don't really do things conventionally, so I decided to send a list of 3 things I think are the most important, followed by a few shout outs to some of you that I've already met. Some of this is going to sound like dad advice, but trust me when I say I wish I had known these things before coming. At this point, I need someone to turn to Melanie and tell her to chill out.
Chill out. Melanie, chill.
Right. Now we've got that behind us. Here we go. Number 1. And we just mostly read what they write. So, AIM is not a dating camp. Odds are you've already seen somebody that you found attractive. Some of you are going to act on that. Don't forget, however, why you came to AIM. God will bless you being focused here, and that may include a healthy relationship with someone in your class. So follow the rules. If I were you, I'd be patient and focus on why you're really here. We're young, and guess what? You've got time for that later. Number 2, study, capital letters, exclamation points, is why you're really there. Stay focused on why you're there. If you don't study, you may end up in what is known as the academic excellence program. Despite how it sounds, it's not for the academically excellent. He speaks from experience. You will wish you had studied it if you end up in there. I'll let Pat tell you more about that. Soak up the knowledge and learn all you can. Number 3, REST, rest. Chris will tell you that rest is important. You'll feel split between 10 different things, and think, when am I supposed to sleep? Well, just because it's curfew doesn't mean you have to be awake. It is good advice. Shout outs. When I call your name, if you would please stand. All right. Heidi Swinson. Quickly. Make me. Thank you. Fred Smith. Otherwise known as Taylor. Super glad you made it, man. Proud of you. Don't shave. Bryce Woodison. Stay pumped, my brother. So proud of you. Chris McCardle. Something covered Captain Pepper, please. You, Doctor Who fans? Doctor Who fans? Okay. Star Wars is better. Right. Brinkley? Be a leader. You're one of the best friends I've ever had, and make us proud. I heard that. Amy from East Kilbride, Scotland. David Renfro.
All right, this comes from Samson Weiss. He says, hello, AIM Class 2015. You just embarked on a wild but extremely fun ride. The ticket to this ride was not free. You've had to raise support, say goodbye to your families, and leave what means the most to you. But this ride is well worth it. You'll meet new friends or old ones, and maybe find the one. But know that this ride takes effort. You have to hang on and let God do what he wants, which takes more effort than it would seem. But know that wherever you go, it can be your home, whether it's Lubbock or Brazil, Colorado or Scotland. No matter where you are, you'll have people who love you. Well, I have to go. There's a meeting at the College Student Center that me and my team have to be at. And with all the seriousness and cliche I can muster, don't stop believing. Your brother in Christ, Samson. Shout outs. So please stand. Can I call your name? To Mama Bird. Says you know who you are.
Oh, that's me, I'm sorry.
So happy to see you in this class. Never stop being you, ever. Chris McArdle. Great to see you in this class. I remember our games of Would You Rather. We still have fun going over those scenarios. Brandon? How's it going, bro? Glad to see you fulfilling your dream of AIM. Keep being cool, watching anime, and playing games. They're useful ministry tools. Cole? Very excited for you. Keep drinking coffee. Keep focused and keep on keeping on. P.S. If I miss someone, I'm sorry, but it's difficult to remember if I know someone or not. If I missed you, email me and I'll get to you next time. Love y'all. Amy in San Antonio, Texas.
All right, going way down south again. This comes from Abby Wilson. Abby, does anyone know Abby? All right, so she says, AIM Class 2015. The fact that I'm writing this to you proves how fast time flies by. I'm so excited for all of you. How was the first couple of days?
Great.
How are you feeling now?
Yeah.
When I walked into that basement for registration, I looked around and remember thinking, what in the world have I got myself into now? I'm sure I'm the only one who's ever thought that, right? It's still crazy that I'm on this side of Brownbag now, because last year I was sitting where you are now. You have no idea how much of an impact you're making. I haven't even met all of you, and you're encouraging even me. I'd like to share something that has a pretty big impact on me lately, especially since the beginning of my field time. Quote, be on guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong, and do everything with love. 1 Corinthians 16, 13 through 14. You're about to be challenged in so many ways. I had to stop, take a few steps back, and look at my life. And a song I've been listening to, it says, if I speak with human elegance and angelic ecstasy, but don't love, then I am nothing than a creaking or rusting gate. If I speak God's power with power, should be speaking God's word with power, revealing all those mysteries and making everything as plain as day. And if I have faith to say to a mountain jump, and it jumps, but I don't love, I'm nothing. If I give all I own to the poor, and even go to the stake to be burned as a martyr, but I don't love, I've gone nowhere. So no matter where I say, no matter where I believe, no matter what I do, I'm bankrupt without love. So let my life be the proof of your love. For me, I've had to go back and realize God is love. If I don't put love in all that I do, then I'm denying the only one reason of why I'm truly here. So I'm here to tell you, this will be a very, very crazy time, and you will try and you will fail. You'll do great things and not so great things, but no matter what, do it all with love. We are now beginning this amazing adventure. Facebook me anytime. I'd love to get to know you. Praying for you all. Amy in Santa Rosa, Abby Wilson. Shout outs. Marge. Jory, she says. So happy to hear your name, girl. Alejandra. I remember when you came into our class. It makes me so happy that you're here now. To Melanie. I'm glad to see you in this class. Writing this makes me want popcorn. They don't have a lot of popcorn here. Bryce, dude, so excited. You're the only 17-year-old in the class? You're awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Chris Smith, so the basketball instructor, knowing he'd be here since December, looked at his passport last night, realizing it was expired. It's a story here. He was supposed to be here tomorrow. I don't know why, but I thought of you when this happened. Valerie, she's still in there. I think it means her sister. Sorry, she didn't clarify. She says, Valerie, thank you for standing with us. Congrats on being an AIM assistant. I'm proud of your little sis. So there she does clarify. To Bryce and Elizabeth, I miss you all so much. And DC2, love you both, Robbie and Carta. You guys rock. I'm so glad you guys are here as AIM assistants. Christian and Angela, I miss y'all like crazy. And you just said a huge hope for me. Barb, miss you so much too. Send me pictures of your pizza class. Love, happiness.
This comes from Jordan Heiss. She says, hey y'all, my name is Jordan Heiss and I'm from good old Lubbock. It's hard to believe that this time last year I was hearing my first brown bag. Time's seriously flown by. Right now, I'm serving the Lord in Sucre, Bolivia, along with 4 other amazing people. My time here has been extremely hard and extremely humbling. Through all the mess of trying to learn Spanish, being illegal for 10 days, yes, that really happened, and being 4,000 miles away from my family, I've experienced God's faithfulness and peace more than I ever have in my life. For the first time, I completely surrendered my dreams, wants, and self to Him. It is incredible how much He will work when you give it all, and I mean all to Him. It took me until I got to Sucre to figure that out. I'm sure y'all are getting lots of advice and different letters, and I remember thinking, man, I want to hear about the field. So even though the advice is probably great, and you really should take it to heart, I want to tell you a little bit about what's going on down south. When we got here, my team and I jumped headfirst into a ministry called Let's Start Talking. The other night I was studying with Abigail, a Catholic girl who wandered into El Camino. That's our contact center. One day she was wanting to study. So we got to a lesson about baptism, and I started explaining to her that the Greek word for it means to go totally under the water. And she looked at me with really, really big eyes, and in her broken English said, but I don't know how to swim. Any of you who know me know how hard this made me laugh. Please keep Abigail and the rest of our studies in your prayers. I have a lot of other stories to share with y'all, but I'll save them for another time. Please feel free to shoot me a message on Facebook with any questions, or if you just need to talk. I'm so proud and humbled of what y'all are doing. You're amazing. Keep the faith. I'm aiming with all of you every day. Love does, Jordan. Shout outs to Heidi. I miss you, girly girl. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to Skype again. You're so encouraging to me, and I'm so excited to see how God works in and through you. Jamie, it was so cool to see you during the opening ceremony thing. I've seen you grow so much in the past few years, and I can't wait to see your continued growth during the next few years. Keep the faith, girl. You rock. To Bryce, you're awesome, and I enjoy your random FaceTime calls. Keep those up. I'm super proud of you. To Amy Jo, I miss you so much. Seriously, so much. Forever thankful for the influence you've had on my life and for your friendship. You are amazing, my sweet friend. Keep on keeping on. Kirsty and Caleb, I miss y'all. Kirsty, remember what you promised me? I'm holding you to that. Can't wait to see y'all whenever that may be. Casey, I want to Skype you soon. So thank you for the impact you had on me last summer, and I'm so happy that you're in Lubbock. I miss you. Pat, I'm not good enough to shout you out. To shout you out in Spanish yet. So for now, I'll just say hi. I miss you and Melissa a lot. You're awesome. Chris, have you told them the hamster story yet? Please tell them. Give AJ a hug for me. I miss y'all. Everyone else, ask Chris to tell you the hamster story. The dog and the weed eater story. or the goat story. I promise you won't regret it. Y'all are amazing.
Those will come later down the line, like on Friday mornings. You'll enjoy. All right, this comes from Kristen Hart. I know some of you know her down in Mexico City. She says, "Hey, I'm Kristen Hart. Currently aiming in Mexico City, Mexico. I can't believe the time has already come for a new AIM class to arrive. I remember when I came, which is like yesterday. I'd never even been away from home before. And I was scared out of my mind. I've been here in Mexico City now for about 2 months already, and things are already moving so fast. We're currently enrolled in UNAM, which is a really cool university here in the city. By the way, does anyone know, Corey probably knows this best, how many students in UNAM? 300,000. There are more students at that one university in Mexico City than the entire city of Lubbock. That's pretty awesome. They're taking Spanish classes there. Since we don't know a lot of Spanish, we weren't able to really start the ministries yet, but while we are perfecting the language, we go to small groups twice a week and teach English classes every Saturday to the locals. As I said, we've only been here for a short time, but things are starting to get to routine really quickly, like your time in Lubbock will. I want to share with you a couple of verses that I think will really hit home on your time in Lubbock and when you're on the field. So, could I have someone please stand? Yep. And read Exodus 33:14. Exodus 33:14. 33:14. 33:14.
One more time.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Exodus.
And he said,
and he said, "My presence shall go with you, and I will give you rest."
I really wish someone had shared that with me when I first arrived in Lubbock, because it's so important for you guys to remember that no matter where you go, what you do, God is with you that entire time. When things seem to be going absolutely wrong and terrible, always remember that God is always there for you and He is willing to help you out. Okay, the next verse in my absolute favorite column is, "With God all things are possible." Anyone guess where that's found? The Bible, that's right. If not, it's in Matthew 19:26, and the verse is something I absolutely live by every day of my life. During my time in Lubbock, and even now, I still find it hard to completely trust God in everything I do. Let's be honest, everyone has a time in their life when this happens. When I do start to think like this, I go to this verse and immediately comforts me to know that no matter what the biggest path or stones may be in my path, God is able to move it and help me through. Well, I'm so excited that you guys are here. If you ever need someone, some advice or just someone to talk to, please send me a Facebook request. I'd love to get to know you all. I'll try to write as much as I can, but for now I have to go. God bless Kristen Hart. P.S. By the way, everyone please call Pat Schaefer Patifer. Shout outs, Becca. I'm so proud of your decision to come to AIM. I'm very, very excited for you. Please keep me up to date on everything you can. Melanie, girl, I'm so happy you decided to come back. I miss you so much, but please try not to burn so much popcorn this time. True story. Cole, I had no clue you decided to come to AIM. I am so happy that you were here. I miss the Amherst family. I hope everyone's doing well there. And by the way, Amherst was the best church ever. To Heidi, really and totally happy that you came. I believe that you will do awesome things in AIM. Okay, you need to understand that Chris not only is a premier storyteller, he's also an incredible linguist. So I'm going to have Chris translate this from her language, which is Spanish, into English. Here we go.
Cadifer, te echo de menos y lo sabe si no dices mi sueño para usted en voz alta.
In Jesus' name, amen. Okay.
This comes from Ryan Albrecht. You guys know him? Hello, new Aimers. Are you excited? Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Woo! Yes. 2 years ago, I sat where you stood and felt where you are. All I have to say about that is you probably aren't ready for what's coming, because I sure wasn't. It's hard to describe just what I mean by this, as there is so much in store for you. I rewrote this paragraph about three times, trying to figure out the right words before I gave up. There's so many good and bad things that will happen to you in the next 2-ish years that will change the way you look at yourself, people, and the world. So get ready for an awesome ride. I have just a few pieces of advice for you guys. First and foremost, I want to talk to you guys about investment. This is mission work in one word, investment. What do you mean by that, strange person I've never met? What I mean is that you have 63,115,200 or so seconds starting just about now. So some of you will be coming off the field. Some a little less, some a little more. So let's just say that that's about average. That's not a whole lot of time, and it goes by faster than you can believe. So what are you going to do with it? Because it's not coming back. There are no redos, no retries. That's it. You're about to meet some amazing people. So look around. Stop grinning. You look like an idiot. These are going to be some of your closest friends and companions. Some will be your teammates. Spend some of those seconds with them. Spend a lot of those seconds with them. They need you and you need them. Talk to them and learn their stories, their lives, their hopes, and most importantly, their faith. Strengthen them and be strengthened in return. You will not regret it. Secondly, you'll be going to area churches. Spend all the time you can on them. It's the best training you'll get for what's coming. Third, when you get to the field, invest even when it seems like nothing's happening. Like nothing is coming of your actions, like you are wasting your time, because I can guarantee you are not. When an investor spends money on stocks, he's hoping for a return to make a profit. The same goes for those who follow Christ. We've been given a certain amount of time, and we're called to use that time to bring the master a profit. Like the servants in the parable of the talents, we're not to waste what's given to us, hoarding it and hiding it out of fear and losing it. We're to give it, to invest it in others, in the hope that by investing, Christ will gain another son or daughter in his kingdom. Nothing's worth more than that. So get out there, get out of those shells, get uncomfortable, talk to people unashamed, because you only get so many opportunities to do so. Those 63 million some odd seconds are already ticking. Make the most of it. So for those of you who don't know me, pretty much all of you, I'm an aimer in Northern Ireland. When I first got here, I met a young man named Connor who was a camper in my tent at Camp Shamrock. I spent that camp trying to keep myself sane as I was thrown into a completely different culture. When I returned to Coleraine, I spent more and more time with Connor. He was always the one who would be in small groups with us. Anytime we did anything, Connor was there. As I spent more and more time with him, he became more than just my camper and a person to whom I was trying to minister to. He became so much more, to the point I consider him my Irish little brother. There were times when I felt like I was wasting my time, like I wasn't getting anywhere. And then I got a message on Facebook while I was at a girls' camp from him saying, "Bro, this year has been the best year of my life, and that's all because of you guys. So glad that I got to know you. Have an awesome birthday." I hope and pray that each of you will get close to those whom God will bless you to spend some of your life with, and that in the process you will share God's love, not out of a sense of obligation, but a genuine desire to share with them just how great our God is. I hope that when it's time for you to come home, that your heart will be torn between your home and your field, which will also be home, because that will be time well invested. I wish you all the best of luck. Also, don't spill contact solution on your laptop. It makes you very sad. Ryan, shout outs to Kayla C. Said it was great to have you visit Northern Ireland. I hope you enjoy your time at AIM. To McChicken.
Oh, yes.
Dude, I'm glad you're giving another shot. Wishing you the best of luck. To Katie Reynolds. Katie, I really miss you. So excited to see you soon. Chandler Woods, I miss you too. To Tanya, buddy, you as well. To Robbie and Carly, you guys are still the best, and I miss you. To Pat and Chris, thank you again. You guys are incredible. To Barb, hug. Seriously, somebody get up and hug Barb for me right now. That's all I got. Right.
All right. Hello.
Well,
What's your Class of 2015. Hello, my name is Mary Ann, and I'm on the Honduras AIM team. What I've written below is what I wrote for the 2014 AIM class. This was the first brown bag I'd ever written. You might call me lazy or practical, but I decided to keep the same advice in this one to you. I don't know very many of you all yet, but I know that if you are here, God has put you where you need to be. He may have brought you here to be an aimer, or He may have brought you here so He can lead you down another path. Either way, you're in for an adventure. Now to the deep stuff. You probably have heard a lot of advice, and probably this same line too, plenty of times. So here's some more. Number one, start journaling right now. It would be a good idea to get in the habit of that now rather than later. Number two, pray for the people that bother you. That's a lot of prayer. Ask God to bless that person and your relationship with them. Number three, take good notes in class. This will not only help you in your studies, but also in the field. I put a lot of them on my laptop. If I need to, I can pull them up and read them here on the field. Number four, memorize one verse that tugs at your heartstrings. It's in the darkest moments it can just pop up in your head, and you'd be surprised how much it will help you. Mine is Romans 1:17. Number five, confess your sins one to another, James 5:16. Yes, this is a hard one, but secret sin can do you and others great damage. Even confessing bad thoughts, lies, or misspoken words. Proverbs 28:1 says, for the righteous are as bold as lions. Of those five things I listed above, number 2, 3, 4, I certainly wish I had done number 1, which was journaling, and number 5, which was confessing. At the beginning of my Lubbock time, I was going through all kinds of detox. I had to learn to be self-aware while I was there, that my actions and words have consequences, but I also had to learn that God can use me wherever I am, even if I'm not aware of it. It's like standing on the beach. Your toes are sinking in the sand, and you can see the tide coming up to you, but all you can do is wait. That's all you need to do is wait. Wait on God, wait on His people, wait on yourself. Shout-outs? I really just have one, and that's to my sister. Valerie, would you please stand? I know this seems like the craziest thing you've ever done, right? I know that when you first decided you were going to try AIM, you felt like it was impossible. With AIM starting in 4 weeks, but look where you are now. Look where you're living. God has brought you here to be loved by so many people, and I know that in you, you will do the same to them. So watch your heart, little sister, for it is no longer just your own.
All right, this one comes from Lauren Guthrie, and after I read this, I get one of you guys to lead us in a prayer for just some of the AIMers that we've heard from already, or the other ones that are out there that maybe listen to us or watch this later, or just knowing that they've got prayer requests, they have their good days, they have their bad days. Some of them have just been there a few months, some of them have been there, they're getting towards the end of their time and thinking about coming home. And one of you guys want to lead us in a prayer? Here's what Lauren says. Dear new AIMers, that introduction alone sounds super weird considering in my mind, it was literally yesterday I was sitting where you are. But then again, it feels like it's been forever. I could go on and on about how it is here in Scotland. Awesome, right? But you have no clue who I am, and I have no clue who you are, at least most of you. So right now, all I can say is good luck, because I can bet $1 million most of you only knew some of what AIM is and does, but it's going to be a whole other ballgame experience. Especially to those like me who really didn't know anything about AIM besides the fact it was in Lubbock, oh joy, and that it was a long-term missionary program. So good luck, and don't stress out too much over the next few months, because God's going to guide you towards the right people in the right way, whether you realize it or not. On a side note, if you need anything like someone to talk to, or if you have questions, I'm on Facebook. Shout out. To those who don't know anyone here, good for you for coming alone. I would know how hard it was, so I commuted. And to the people I do know, you know who you are. Hi. Everybody else, much love from here in Scotland. Sincerely, Lauren Guthrie.
Lord, thank you so much for just being who you are and for being a God that's so worthy of our praise. For being a God that's so worthy to be served, Lord. I hear these letters and just know what this program is doing, Father. And I thank you not because it carries the name AIM or because it's here and that's where we're at, Lord, but I thank you that there are programs like this and in this program because they're reaching people that are lost, Lord. And I pray for all the AIMers specifically now from this program, God. They're doing the things that we're hearing about now, Lord. It's touching to hear that there are young people that are giving up things for your glory, Lord, and that are giving up time for something so much more valuable, God, for something eternal, for the only thing that matters, God. And I thank you for these people, Lord. I thank you for these young adults, and I thank you for the young adults I'm surrounded by now. Lord, please be with all the aimers on the field, past and present, even in domestic careers, Lord, and then those on the field now, Lord. Help them to realize that they're serving you with your strength, Lord, not their own, and give them what they need. May we be successful for your glory, Lord, and realize that we're serving with your strength, not our own. I thank you for the encouragement and the fellowship that we get here and that these other aimers have gotten. Massively remember that and just remember your strength, God. Thank you so much for your son, and I pray in his name. Amen.
I'm going to get back down to Brazil. Amanda Newman. Amanda Newman. You may know Amanda. All right, good news. Hey, everyone. I'm Amanda Newman from the 2013 class. 2 years ago, I was sitting right where you are now, listening to my first brown bag letters and feeling the excitement of the new adventure. Right now, though, I'm in João Pessoa, Brazil, and we're experiencing the feelings of seeing that adventure come to an end as we prepare to leave our mission field soon. The past 2 years have been a blessing to me. I'm not the same person who walked into that room for registration. God has placed amazing people in my life who helped me grow in confidence and my faith for God. And God will do the same for you. Can you imagine 10 months from now, so you will be where I am, perhaps right now, here in Brazil. One of the major things we do here is help with what's called the AIM program, which is similar to AIM. Last night we completed the AIM version of Camp Adventure, and a prayer was said both for the AIM staff and for the AIM class and for the future Brazil teams. But right now, your focus is loving. The 8 months I spent there at Sunset were life-changing for me. I learned about my strengths, I learned about my weaknesses, and I discovered the importance of humility and hard work. If I could give you any advice, it would be this. Number one, to work hard. Your work ethic and love it will determine your next few years. So work with dedication. Number two, try to befriend your entire class. Though the 8 months is a short amount of time, your AIM class becomes your AIM family. Number three, have integrity. Even if you're stacking chairs, do it well. Bill Tracy always told us, be faithful in little, faithful in lot. Number four, enjoy every minute. Prepare yourself to step out of your comfort zone. AIM truly is a program of adventures. And you have to get this adventurous, and you get to share this adventure with some truly amazing people. Also, your friend Carla Stevens. She's pretty amazing. I totally miss her. Shout outs to Izzy Hilbert. I'll forever remember that crazy day after camp when I didn't get you to the airport on time. We randomly ran into Lily Althoff in the waiting area who helped us out. You had such a positive, forgiving attitude. It was pretty cool having you on your own trip. Your maturity really impressed me. Thanks. To Kayla Caraway. She's the one. She says, hey girl, I'm so happy you're finally in AIM. To Fred Smith, also formerly known as Taylor, my encounter friend. I was really excited to see your name in this year's class. Thanks for being there. To Marjorie Nordstrom, Marge, I'm excited to hear about your experiences in Loving. There you go. To Chris, how you do? Good to see you back. And also to Neva Kelly and to Christopher Odom. Glad you guys are here. I'm completely excited for all of you guys. I hope to hear from you soon. Aiming in Brazil, Amanda.
This one comes from Kathy Webb. Hello, newbies. Having fun yet? It's amazing that a year has passed by that I was sitting in the front row listening to brown bags, and I couldn't wait to write my own when I got to the field. Little did I know I would write my first one from a wheelchair. Pretty sure you're going to hear a lot of advice or getting tired of hearing the same advice, but just bear with me and listen to mine. First advice I want to give you: lay down your pride and arrogance. These two things will keep you from learning what God wants you to learn, especially this first term. Know that you don't know everything, and if you question yourself, if you have pride or arrogance, you probably do. I thought I knew everything about the Old Testament and put little effort in it, and now I'm going to be teaching classes in Miami and wished I had listened to Bill. Sorry, Bill. Get to know your classmates, because these people one day, you will think of them as family. You'll go through hard times with them. You'll share joy, regret, sorrow, and success. You'll make many memories and will cherish those memories while you're on the field. 2 weeks ago, I was in a car accident and was the only one that wound up in the hospital. Had surgery on my right elbow and had a right fractured hip. Talk about pain and agony. But as someone told me Monday night, I am in the perfect position to see what God can do and to see what He wants me to learn, even though I'm seeing none of it yet. My mom's down here and with me, helping me with whatever I need, while she is trying to do a full class load of SIBI online. Talk about a mother's love and sacrifice. I remember praying to God to help me overcome my addiction to food. He gave me what I needed, not what I wanted. He's good about doing that. Now I'm making a lifestyle change in how I eat. You guys truly are heroes and crazy ones at that. I mean, who at your age wants to go and study the Bible for 8 months when you have a life right in front of you? College, good paying job, the list can go on. And you're taking a huge leap of faith and saying, I'm going to walk on the water because I trust God to provide for me. He's given His all for me. Why not give my all for Him? Faith can make you do crazy things. We are the light of the world. Light up the night. When we learn that now is our time, now is our turn to burn, baby, burn, baby, burn. Mercy me. Shout outs to whoever sent the sugar cookie turtles. They are slowly being devoured. Neva and Harley. Yay, you guys made it. I can't wait to hear of the adventures you guys take and what you learn while I'm in it, so enjoy it.
By the way, last time I looked, we had 6 or 8 probably current aimers online. So if you want to turn on and wait, they can see and hear you. So give it up. Give it up. That was really exciting. Okay, this comes from Elizabeth Richardson. She says, "What's up, new aimers? Welcome. It feels so weird to think I was where you were only a year ago. Time has gone by way too fast. I'm so proud of each of you and your decision to join in. I'm thinking about what to write to you for your first brown bag, but there's so much to say. I really don't know where to start. You're going to love AIM, you're going to hate it, but that's okay because it's not about AIM. It's about Jesus. You're going to have to love AIM, you're going to love AIM, and you're going to hate it, but that's okay. And say it again. It's about Jesus. Embrace this experience. You've been brought here for a reason. Find that reason and embrace it. When you struggle, I encourage you to persevere. Keep on and know you're not alone. You have amazing instructors and staff who love you and want you to succeed. You have a class who right now you may not know very well, but that soon will become family. And you have a God who is faithful. Get out of your comfort zone. Easier said than done, I know, but I promise you, you won't regret it. This is an opportunity that not everyone gets. So get out, be yourself. Meet new people everywhere you go. Serve, laugh, and be happy. The next 8 months are going to be some of the best and most challenging months of your life. You're going to struggle, but you'll overcome. You'll have weak moments, but you'll grow strong. You'll be taught and you'll learn. You'll experience what being a disciple is all about. I know this because I did. AIM is the best decision of my life, and I can't wait to see God work in your lives and hearts in so many amazing ways through this mission. If you ever need to talk, vent, cry, laugh, ask questions, seek advice, or anything at all from someone who's been where you are, I'm always here for you. And so many others are as well as too. Yes, sorry, this Brownbag is short and to the point. I think you're super busy here, and I'm writing this at midnight, so bear with me. Shout outs. Melanie, I miss you. I'm so proud of you for coming back. You're going to do great, and I'm excited for you. To Emmy, Emmy, I feel like we've totally switched places. A year ago, I was there, and you were here. It's crazy. I've so enjoyed getting to know you. You're such a beautiful, sweet girl. I'm so proud of you. Miss you already. Love you, girl. I'm so happy for you. To Claire, I so enjoyed hanging out with you when you came to visit Luke. You're such a sweet girl with a heart that beats for Christ. I'm so proud of you, and I know your family is too. Keep being. To Heidi, my babe, I miss you so much, my girl. I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad I got to know you during my loving time. You're such a bright girl and have a spirit of happiness and such encouragement. I love you, and I'm so happy. To Jamie, Dino Bay. Am I saying that right? Or is it Dino Bay? Okay. You could go either way. Remember, I grade your papers. So. Dino Bay. I miss you so much, girl. So blessed with the opportunity to get to know you at Camp Venture. We had so many great laughs. You're such a beautiful girl inside now. I'm beyond proud of you. You're an amazing girl with an amazing heart that seeks to serve Christ, and that's awesome. So happy for you and know you're going to do great. Believe in yourself and continue to have faith in Him. Love you, sweet girl. And finally, to Bryce. I miss you, dude. So enjoy getting to know you at Camp Venture. You're outgoing and a happy spirit and strong love for Christ is such an encouragement. Keep being you because you're just amazing. Amy, Elizabeth Richardson.
This comes from Rachel McCloskey. Says, hey, Rachel here, just dropping in to say hello and let you know how excited I am for you guys. It feels like just yesterday that I walked through those doors and started my adventure. Kind of weird to think about, but now I'm giving my time to the people of Utah, and it's been awesome. Word of advice, it's not easy. You'll have moments where it's more bearable, but it's nowhere to being easy, but that's what makes it so fun. You get challenged in so many ways. You learn how to grow more and get out of your comfort zone. That never stops, though. I'm still going through some growth pains. But I wouldn't be who I am without it, and I thank God all the time for helping me to become stronger. Your time in love is actually pretty short. So get to know your assistants, your classmates, your teachers, and definitely Pat, Chris, and Corey. They're kind of cool, I guess. Because before you know it, your time will be up and you'll be leaving everyone. And that's for another time. There's no need to think of that now. Just enjoy your time there as much as you can. I know you're all going to do great. I'm proud of you for taking this step. Shout out to Emmy. Pie night is going to be so boring without you. I don't know if I want to go tonight. You're such a beautiful person on the inside and out. I look forward to watching your journey on Facebook and hearing all of your stories when you come home to visit. To Tanya, she says, major cry face. I miss you so much. You were such a light in my world. There's never a dull moment with you. Can't wait to see you again. Claire, you were my camper and now you're a neighbor. That's so weird. And don't worry, I'll try to keep your brother out of any more trouble. To everyone, do your homework, do your newsletters, and don't live off ramen noodles. Yes, I'm always here for anyone who needs to talk. I'm just a friendly request or message away. Bunches of love, Rachel.
This one comes from an AIM alum, Justin Larson. And he was a neighbor in Guadalajara. What year did he come through, you guys? 2011 or 1211? All right. Does anyone know Dustin, by the way, who's had some first down? Oh, good deal. He says, hey guys, super excited for y'all with everything that's going on this week, and just know that there are people always praying and thinking about you. Aiming for him in Alice, Texas, a huge minister, Justin Larson. Shout outs to Becca Ashley. Girl. Why do you tell me you're coming to AIM? I'm so proud of you. Thanks. Rizo Cristian, otherwise known as Guapo. Do y'all know what guapo means? If you don't, just ask Christian. He says in Spanish, well, let me let Chris read this again. He says, I'm very, very proud of you and very excited for your new adventure. Estoy bien orgulloso de, you can understand. To Bryson and Jane, Bryson and Elizabeth, miss you guys, and to Corey and family, well, I miss you guys so much. Amy, still, best of much.
This comes from Jadet. And now you are here, listening to letters that have been written to you probably from people who most of you have no idea who they are or what's their story. Unlike you, we on this side know quite a bit about you. Why? Because just like you, we sat there and heard the same weird advice and all the inside jokes and man, the shout outs. What is a shout out anyway? And why do some people seem to get so many and know exactly what they mean? That's not probably how I should have started, but I bet some of you are thinking the exact same thing. Just like I did 3 years ago. Was it that long ago? That's a bit scary, but how quick time goes by. Sorry about that. This is probably super confusing. Maybe I should have started by saying, hi, Amers. I'm Jadet from the AIM class of 2012, and I served in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. By God's grace, I still get to live here and serve here, my home, the beautiful PE. If you don't believe me, ask Dakota, he'll tell you. And now that that's out of the way, well, you're here. Can you believe it? After years, months, or maybe some of you, just days of thinking and praying, you're here, in Lubbock of all places. God must be crazy. Lubbock, really? Yet in this place, some of the most amazing people I know live, and some of your best friendships will be forged. Some of the best memories, some of the hardest lessons, and hopefully some of the biggest growth. Are you ready? Are you excited? Are you nervous? I remember feeling so many things all at the same time. What I remember the most is the determination I had. When I started, I knew that I was here because I wanted to help someone else know Jesus a little, and little did I know what Jesus had in store for me, which actually meant knowing him for real. I wholeheartedly believe that every single one of you sitting there are no coincidence. God has you there for a specific reason. Maybe it's not the same reason you have in mind, or maybe it is. My only encouragement is that all of us can hold so fast and so strong to that determination that we have in the beginning. So why are you here? I know so many have and will ask you what made you come to AIM, but my question is not what brought you here. My question is why. Please think deeply in your heart and mind before you come up with an answer. And if you have an answer, I'd encourage you to please write it down somewhere that you can see it daily as a reminder of your purpose and direction. This too we forget constantly. I know I do a lot, but a gentle reminder God always brings us along, reminding me of his purpose, which I believe is clear. He wants all of us to come back to him, transforming us each day more and more into the image of his Son, which I believe is the reason why you're there. I mean, if we're all being obedient to Christ, then he'll put us in a place with the people that will help us achieve his purpose, don't you think? The key is the obedience. No matter our determination, our faith, or our intentions, when we disregard obedience unto him, we start to lose sight of the purpose in the why. When things get hard, when distractions arise, when opportunities to disobey arise, we tend to forget of the why, which is the reason of us being there. It's sad, and I do it all the time. I'm no better than any of you. I battle every day to remember the why, but I pray, I beg the Holy Spirit that in all his grace can remind me of the why and empower me to do it. Again, it's not easy, but it's vital, so what about you? Will you hold fast as to his why? Will you submit your why to him? I hope we can keep his why in the front of our minds every day. I bet that in doing this, we'll find a whole less ache and a lot more of him in our lives and lives of those around us. Welcome to AIM. Get ready. It's only the beginning. I can't wait to get to know all of you. Please add me on Facebook. I'd love to hear your story. And I promise I will be here for you anytime you need. I'm struggling, like all of us do remember his why in my life. Acts 17, 25 and 27. For his glory, Jadet. Shout outs to Dakota Brooks, my brew, Man, I miss you so much. South Africa's not the same without you. Come back. I wish you so much that you could be here with me, but I know God's placing you exactly where you need to be. I'm so proud of you. Please love on my nephew for me and share your crazy sarcasm with those Amers. Casey, so excited to see you in Lubbock. Maybe it's wrong for me to say, but I secretly prayed that you would become an assistant. I just know those Amers can learn so much from you, just like I have. To Valerie, to Nigel, yes, oh yes, God is crazy. I'm super excited that you're back. I can't wait to hear all of your adventures. To Amy Jo, the prettiest coffee barista I know. I miss you quite a lot. When are you coming to visit me in South Africa? We can jump on a plane to New Zealand after showing you everything here. Sounds like a plan, don't you think? Christian, ¿qué onda? Manete que chido que espero que tu tiempo en AIM sea súper enriquecedor, que lo disfrutes y que compartas la belleza de México con todos. Chris Odom, my God, so proud of you. Please keep in touch and let me know all about what you're learning. To Neva Kelly, wow, I can't believe I met you so long ago and now here you are. I can't wait to see how much God grows you and uses you. To Pat, mi hermano, tú sabes que en unas palabras yo no puedo decirlo mucho que significas para mí, por lo que tu corazón es increíble corazón que sirve a Cristo y es el que aprendan todos estos amores así como aprendió. The Spanish is all right. That's all the brown bag, except for that one. After this last brown bag, can we get one more of you guys to lead us in prayer just for AIM students scattered all around the world today? We know that they're thinking about you guys right now.
What's pretty incredible too, though, with Jadet is, most of you may know this, but he's from Mexico. So his first language, of course, is Spanish. So he really has a gift, I think, for language, but more so just for loving people the way that he was loved. So he got it. Last one comes from Brazil. Comes from Micah Barnes. I think it's fitting. I kind of read over real quick. I think he would speak for those who weren't able to write him and those who didn't hear from him. Dear Amers, class of 2015, first I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to a super cool adventure that you have just now started. So how do you feel? I bet you're feeling what many others have already felt, which means, and take note, that you are not alone in this. I want you to know that you will hear some of the phrases and quotes and teachers over and over and over again, but please listen to those teachings that are being repeated. I've been on the field now for 14 months, and many of those things are still very, very applicable to me. Well, I know that many others are writing, so I won't hold the line up. Thank you all for the example that you're setting just by making the decision to go. We are cheering you on, near and far. You are being prayed for here in Brazil. When you struggle in Christ, not far from you. Much love to you all. Micah Barnes, John 3:30. Let's pray.
Will you bow with me? Dear Heavenly Father, how great are you? This is truly an amazing experience. This is truly your work of your hands and not ours, God. None of this is possible without you. To be able to take all these different people from all these different backgrounds and and homes and locations and put them all over the world, just so your kingdom can grow, God, just to add to our family, to your home, God. That's something no man can do. We thank you for that. Thank you for their hearts. Thank you for these people who care so much about people that they can't even physically see. That is truly amazing, and that's a characteristic of your heart, God. So please allow our hearts to be opened, and our ears to be open, and our eyes to be open, so we can see what it is that you want us to see and hear and feel, God. And allow us to please allow us, God, just to take these words of wisdom and this advice, so that we too can be more like you, God. These are great men and great women of God who we can look up to. So please allow us to appreciate this gift that you have given us. These people push us and allow us to be challenged and tested, so we can grow. Water us and fill our hearts with your love, God. Because as the letter said earlier, nothing we do matters if we don't have that love in us, God. So please allow us to have that, because that is most important. Please help us to stay humble and to take away all our pride, and not to lean on our own understanding, but yours. For your ways are not our ways, as the heavens are above the earth, God. Just please have your hand here in this class, and in the AIM, with the aimers in the field, former aimers, and everybody who's across the world, God, and brothers and sisters we haven't met yet, brothers and sisters that we haven't, and that you haven't reached yet, but God, we know that nobody is unreachable, and that nothing is impossible when working with you, God. There's no greater team than yours. So please allow us just to open our eyes and open our hearts and open our ears, God. Thank you so much for the staff here and just the opportunity they provide us. Help us not to take it for granted, not to take the classes for granted, not to take the struggles and the hard work. It's all worth it. Help us just to keep our eyes set on you, so that when we go out throughout the world, whether it's domestic or foreign, we can have the impact that you want us to have, God. This is something bigger than ourselves, and I just pray that we can buy into this, that we can buy into your purpose that you have provided us. Thank you so much for everything you do in your words. Thank you enough. Thank you so much, God. Please allow us to never forget your sacrifice. In Jesus' name we pray.
Typically on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, after your schedules will be class in the morning, lunch at noon to 1, and then from 1 to 1:40, you're going to have a short class for the next couple weeks, but we're going to just call it like seminar class. But on Wednesdays, Brownbag will go from noon until from that hour, but also that 40-minute time too. So it's 1 to 1:40 on Wednesdays for our Brownbag. So right about now, kind of over, and then you'll have a break, and then you have a class. Your afternoon class starts right at 1:50. You guys will need to be ready to go for that.